kind of sad, but there is almost nothing more the world seems to love than a celebrity is going through a breakdown. We may go on for days discussing how stars are just people like us, but that would make me nothing but a hypocrite. Before we get started with this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell button to stay in touch with all the incredible and highly impacting videos we share on this channel. No doubt, if you follow all the celebrity gossip and eventually get wrapped up in all the drama, nothing gets one's attention than a celebrity in the midst of a breakdown. In this video, we have made a compilation of the greatest celebrity meltdowns of all time. Here's the list of top celebrity meltdowns ever. Let's dive in. Number 9. Miley Cyrus.
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit. Nikki, congratulations. And just because the VMAs have already started, doesn't mean that the voting is done.
Miley rose steeply to fame as Hannah Montana and had the kind of wholesome, girl-next-door kind of appearance Disney loves to sell. She was the whiny, clean pop singer-actress who parents could feel comfortable about their kids liking. I'm not really certain I group Miley's problematic behavior as a meltdown yet, but much of the world appears to disagree, so I'll probably ever list it here. In my candid opinion, she's a young girl conducting some serious experiments with life. Agreed, I did a lot of crazy stuff when I was her age too. Regrettably, she should really know better. People are watching her every move. Feasibly, she should have tried wisening up and not hitting the dong when someone was filming her. If anything, I believe Miley's biggest problem is the friends she keeps. However, that remains to be seen. If Miley can stay away from trouble, I think the public will forget about the Clash and other parts of her craziness. Will she still have a profession? Well, that might be another story entirely. Number 8. Christina Aguilera.
Where you giggled after they turned their chairs around, you were like, I loved it. I loved it because you know what? It was real. You felt it. It didn't even matter that you were straying from the
Christina,
song.
Christina, will you do that one more time? Can you do that again?
Christina was known as a mega-talented babe with lots of brashness. While her last few albums were widely seen as washouts, no one really questioned if she would one day make a comeback. It all began when Aguilera publicized she was separating from her husband, and from there, it has been a very fast and deep deterioration. After messing up her speech in the American national anthem at the Super Bowl, she took the Grammys stage and wholly murdered her song. Those muttering about a possible meltdown were immediately shushed. It would have been perfect until she nearly fell while she was leaving the stage. Rumors started spreading about her drunken behavior at various Hollywood events, including one report that she pounced on her burlesque co-star Julianne Hough at an Academy Awards party. Hopefully, the meltdown was terminated and her boyfriend's DUI arrest, a happening that included Christina spending the night in jail because she was tremendously drunk. It's appearing less and less likely that this really talented girl will be making a comeback anytime soon. With her judging engagement on The Voice, she nonetheless has the chance to justify her acts. If she becomes committed to it, she should get through this with very little damage to her reputation. Number 7. Lindsay Lohan.
Hard. I was cried right away, right off the bat, just because, just to feel safe in these container camps, these kids, because they're not scared of bombs going off every second.
Lindsay was known as one of the most talented thespians of her generation, on the fast track to a lasting and long profession in Hollywood. Lindsay is now seen as an entitled, spoiled brat who gets distinct treatment at every turn. She's barely even denoted as an actress anymore. I frankly think Lindsay can turn things around for the best if she takes responsibility for her mistakes, is willing to talk honestly and openly about them, and then finds a killer role that will prompt everyone why she was popular in the first place. Number 6. Amy Winehouse.
Write anything unless it was directly personal to me, just because I wouldn't be able to tell the story right or really fill out the song with...
Amy was a lass with the world at her feet. Everyone sang praises of the young girl with a soulful big voice. People just about threw awards at her feet in admiration. Winehouse was a legend in the making. However, she's pretty much walking evidence of why drugs are ruthless. She engraved her husband's name into her arm with a broken bottle at a photo shoot. She annulled concerts left and right. She got into a blood-spattered fight with the so-called husband. She punched fans and photographers alike. If she eventually turned up for concerts, she was too wasted to perform. She practically threw away her music profession to get wasted, then wandered the streets looking like she'd been hit by a big moving truck. If anyone really needed to check into treatment centers for superstars, it would be Amy Winehouse. It is very challenging to remember Amy was one of the most talented singers of her time when you saw what she looked like back then. To most of the world, she was seen as a big jest, but personally, she was one of the most heartbreaking stories in the music world. Number 5, Anne H.
Helped me lick my wounds over that, and fortunately in about half an hour the phone rang. It was Bob Greenblatt at NBC, and he said, well, I'm really, really sorry about your show.
Frankly, Anne's reputation was never really all that great. She was a temperately successful actress because she dated Ellen DeGeneres and then became a superstar. Anne H was the butt of many jokes, but no one ever suggested she was insane. Now, imagine you are sitting at your home around 19th of August 2000 watching a little television in Fresno, California, when a meagerly clad Anne H comes around your front door. She then proceeds to ask to take a shower. Being a polite person and maybe a little frightened, she would get herself in even bigger trouble. You let her in. She makes herself at home, making no move to take that shower. You call the police. The police finally arrive and informs you that she is truly God and will take everyone in the room up to heaven in her spaceship. Well, congratulations, you've just met Celestial, Anne's revised personality. Yeah, you're free to argue with me all you want that Amy or Lindsay should be higher than Anne on this list, but come on, Anne said she was God. She was going to take the police and those people to heaven, and in her spaceship. That, my friends, is how you do Meltdown. Number 4, Tom Cruise.
Popcorn.
Garrett's popcorn? You went to Garrett's popcorn?
We had the cheese and the caramel popcorn.
The cheese and the caramel?
And then I had to have the Giordano's pizza.
Oh my God.
And then we had to...
No doubt, when you thought of Tom Cruise before The Couch, you probably thought of a talented, gorgeous actor who had made most of America cinema's classic movies. He was dignified to become a legend of his era. Come on, Cocktail, Top Gun, classics. It is impossible to have a list of Celebrity Meltdowns without talking about Tom Cruise. Tom went bananas on a whole different level, and he did that on national television. As though churning out a poem that sounded like it was composed by a love-struck teenager wasn't enough, he decided to demonstrate his point by jumping on Oprah's couch like an energetic toddler. Poor Oprah looked like she had no idea what the hell Tom was doing. Neither did we, dear Oprah. Neither did we. Cruise is now the go-to reference when someone is talking about a superstar going wacky. He hasn't had a truly popular movie since then. When we naturally think of Tom Cruise now, you think of him jumping up and down on Oprah's furniture and the shocked look on Oprah's face. Number 3, David Hasselhoff.
Funny, I thought it would go away. It didn't go away. It got bigger and bigger and bigger. And but I never played into it. And my daughters were the ones who basically laughed about it. They said, Dad, let it go.
The tacky, over-the-top actor-singer that couldn't really do all that well either. But hey, he was really big in Germany, peeing himself on airplanes, the cheeseburger, generally being the nastiest drunk of the century. I frankly do not think Hasselhoff's reputation was affected that much by his meltdown, since no one ever really took him that serious in the first place. I would be shocked if anyone was astonished to learn Hasselhoff was caught on video rolling around his bathroom floor shirtless, too drunk to eat a cheeseburger. Well, he is still loved, and I can't get my finger around the reason. Number 2, Mel Gibson.
Show us your butt. Well, it's the cute dimple. I haven't even ever seen it.
Gibson was the man. Mad Max, The Patriot, Braveheart, What Women Want. I actually think there were really 2 big-time meltdowns from Mel. The first was his ludicrously aggressive, anti-Semitic, sexist, and racist outbursts following his DUI arrest. And then again, there were videos of pretty much the same language that were chronicled during a fight with his then-girlfriend. Sadly, Gibson was no longer the man, but the world has almost forgiven him in all decency. I am of the mind that if he lays low for a while, he'll make a comeback with a little challenge. In addition, hey, his new movie The Beaver seems pretty cool, by the way. Number 1, Britney Spears.
going crazy and stuff like that, but people shave their heads all the time, you know. But I mean, I was going through a lot, but it was just kind of like me just feeling a form of.
Britney started out as a gushy, sweet pop singer that fascinated the tween girls in the world with her music and all the men out there with her safe yet sexy appearance. When Spears transitioned into a more mature image, people were stunned, but she was still seen as a force to be reckoned with in pop music. Oh boy, where do I start? I presume it all started with Federline and just kept going until she ended up in a psychiatric hospital on a 5150 hold and lost control of her life to her father by court order. In between her dating a paparazzi guy, stripping down to her underwear on the side of the road, to taking a dip in the ocean, flashing her crotch a couple of times, beating on a paparazzi car with her umbrella, and aimlessly deciding to shave her head. No one can blame Britney of doing anything midway, except of course that catastrophic show at MTV Music Video Awards in the middle of her meltdown. That's it on the top Celebrity Meltdown. Which of these Celebrity Meltdowns do you think was the saddest? Please drop your observations and suggestions in the comment section below, and we will be sure to include it in our next video. That's it, guys. Don't forget to give us a like. Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell button to keep up with our trending videos. See you in the next video.